Hey everyone, we're in the Fitter by Farr kitchen with Scarlett Farr today, and we are going to show you how to make the healthy hamburger helper from all the ingredients that we got on our shopping
Okay,
trip.
just as a quick refresher, here are the ingredients we bought last night. So get your ingredients ready if you want to cook along with us.
So we've already browned our grass-fed beef. Remember, we want grass-fed if we're using beef. Really, no matter what kind of meat that you're using, we want it to be antibiotic and hormone-free as well. Those things don't need to be in our body. So we've browned the meat already, and then we're going to add our spices. About half of a tablespoon of onion powder in there. And y'all, I'm not a cook, but this is super easy to make. So to let you know, if I can do this, anyone can do this. And now we're adding we've added a half tablespoon of onion powder and garlic powder.
When we went grocery shopping, you remember I showed you a vegan option, which was the soy crumbles. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to show you that if you were going to use that, you would already be at this stage. So Daryl browned the ground beef before we started the video so that you don't have to suffer through that, because it's like watching paint dry. So you actually, if you were using the soy crumbles, you would already be at this stage, and you would just warm it up and add the seasonings just like Daryl just did. So it actually would save you a little bit of time. If you're wanting to go with that vegan option, the meat or the meatless product is already cooked for you.
Okay, so we've added our spices. Let me add a little salt and pepper in here. That never hurts. So we're going to add that in there. Just a little bit. Our season to taste. So the next step, after we've added all of our spices and seasonings and browned the ground beef, we're going to add our red lentil pasta. Remember, this is a great alternative to regular pasta, which is typically very high in carbs. This is very high in protein, so you're getting a lot of good protein here. And it's just red lentil flour made out of beans. So we're going to add the whole box in there. And then we're going to add a cup of our heavy whipping cream as well. It's got some good fat in there for us. In the 80s, we were taught that fat is bad, but now we're actually learning that that's not necessarily the case. There are a lot of good fats out there that we can benefit
So the
from.
next thing is 3 cups of the chicken stock, and so I rinsed out the measuring cup, and this is a 2 cup. So we're going to pour this one in, and then I'll get that last cup. This box holds 4 cups.
A lot of benefits in that chicken stock too. It helps fight inflammation, helps improve gut health. So it's also going to help it add flavor to it as well. Thank you.
All right.
All right. And what we'll do here, we've got pretty much all of our ingredients here in the skillet. And we're just going to let these noodles cook till they get done in the chicken stock and heavy cream.
And I guess we could have used chicken broth. We could have used beef broth.
Beef broth. Yep.
We could have used vegetable broth, especially if you're using the soy crumbles. You might want to go with vegetable broth.
Good idea.
And there's all kinds of lifestyles you can do. You can do vegetarian. You can do vegan, which is any range of that you want. You can eat eggs and no meats. You can eat cheese and no beef, or just however. What we want to teach is that you can be very flexible in your lifestyle. You don't have to be rigid, and you can enjoy certain things. So that's what both of us try to teach anybody that we work with.
All right, everyone, we've got it smelling real good in here right now. Through the magic of video editing, we didn't make you guys wait 10 minutes for the pasta to cook down, but we've got it cooked down, and we're ready to add our final ingredients here.
Show them what that looks
like in there. Show them. It's looking good.
It does look good, and I will vouch for the smelling good part.
Yep, definitely smells good. So we're going to add our final ingredients here. We're going to add our cream cheese. Doesn't that look good?
It
does.
Can't go wrong with cream cheese, can you? So we'll add this in here, and this has been softened. You know, I do suggest letting this sit out, you know, to get room temperature, so it's a lot easier to work with.
And you use the whole block.
Using the whole block.
Okay.
We're putting it all in there.
And we'll put the actual recipe down in the show notes so that you'll have all the ingredients and the exact measurements.
Yeah, and you know what I like about this is you don't really have to be precise on this. You can kind of season it to taste if you want. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but in the end, it's always going to taste good. Get this salt and stir.
It does look good. It's going to make it really creamy.
Yep.
Which, you know, when you're eating healthier, one of the big things is the way it feels in your mouth. If it feels terrible, if it doesn't have crunch or it doesn't have that creaminess, you're not going to eat it.
Yep.
So we try to find recipes in a lot of different lifestyles that you want to try that actually feel good in your mouth, smell good, look good, so that you'll stick to this plan.
Yeah, and you know, you can still, what Scarlett and I try to teach people is you can still, you can eat healthy and still have great tasting food. Eating healthy or changing your lifestyle does not mean that bland food or you know, that you're not going to be able to eat good things anymore. We live in a time right now where there are so many other alternatives to the processed foods, and you know, now they still taste great. All right, so we've got the cream cheese mixed in here, and the last part here we're going to add our nutritional yeast and kind of introduce this to you on our shopping trip. There's a lot of good stuff going on with this nutritional yeast seasoning. It's an active dry yeast. It's got a lot of nutrition and vitamins in there. For one, it's got a ton of B12 in there. How much did it have in there?
It was like 563% of your daily amount.
Right. So lots of B12. It's also sugar-free, so it's low glycemic, gluten-free, low sodium, vegan as well. It's also a great vegan option too.
So when you eat vegan, one of the things that you miss is the B12. So that's why you're going to see nutritional yeast in a lot of vegan recipes, is it's adding that back in so that you don't miss out on that vitamin.
Great
But also, I want you to know that is not the yeast that you use to bake bread with. So don't think if you've got some in the cabinet, don't go, I'll just use that, because it's a totally different product. And you can find that generally over where the spices are.
Yep, and that's why they say it's an inactive dry yeast as well. It's not the kind that you make bread with. It's, you know, with the B12 in there, this is a great option for an immunity booster too. So we're going to add this in here. This is half a cup of the nutritional yeast, and this is going to give it that kind of that golden look like cheese would, and also add to the cheesy flavor too. And y'all, this has been super easy to make.
So by the time you ground the beef, which took about 5 minutes, and then we took the simmering break of about 10 minutes, you can have this good to go in 30 minutes or less on the table.
30 minutes of food prep and cooking and all that good stuff. And and I'm a thrifty guy, and my family will be the first to tell you that. I think we made everything here for around $20.
Yeah, I think last night the bill was 20. We bought everything last night on our shopping trip, and it was very reasonable. Now, while that was simmering, what you could have done, one thing that I talk about a lot is a G-bomb salad. So you could have made your salad while you're waiting for the noodles to cook down, and then you would have an amazing meal.
Yep.
And when we have our first life class, we're going to learn about the G-bomb salads, and we're going to make one for you along with another recipe. And then we're going to have a dessert called no-bake brownies. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to have a live cooking demo of all of that. And so you'll actually get to sample the meal after we cook it, and you'll learn some more healthy ideas, and we're even going to have a door prize.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So, yeah.
Well, you had me at brownies.
We can even throw a little healthy ice cream in there if you want.
Yeah.
So you might as well make it a gourmet meal.
Make it happen.
So watch Facebook, and we're gonna be putting the ad up for that class and how to sign up for it. And it's gonna be in Warner Robins, and we'll get the date to you soon. We're finalizing that now.
Yep.
And we'll just have a great time, and we'll be socially distanced, of course.
Yeah.
And then at the
All
end,
that
you
fun.
can have a great lunch.
Yep. This looks cooked now.
I think it's ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's ready to go.
All right, we're gonna plate it up and show you the final product.
One thing that you'll hear us talk a lot about is quinoa, and I wanted to add this in. This recipe here, you could easily add in a few tablespoons of cooked quinoa. Another great source of protein, high in fiber, and this also helps with balancing the blood sugar too. So this is just an option for you. A few tablespoons of cooked quinoa, sneak that in for the kiddos, and that'll do just fine.
Okay, here we are with the final product. We have a cup of our noodles, our hamburger helper, and we have a little G-bomb salad on the side that I made. I just want to go ahead and show you. This is the base to my salads usually every week. I just buy this, and I pick up a few other of the dark leafy greens and mix them together, and you always have an easy salad to go with it. So we can't wait for you to try the recipe. Please give us some comments on Facebook and let us know how you like the recipe. And if there's any other recipes that you would like us to convert to something healthy, let us know that as well.
All right, well, we just wanted to thank you for joining us for both of our videos, the shopping video and then the cooking video. And again, we have our first class coming up.
Yeah.
We've taught before at the Wellness Center, but this is our first class that we're just doing on our own. And it's going to be down in Warner Robins in early October probably. So again, just watch for that. Please go to Facebook and like the Healthy Grocery Store Tour and like Fitter by Farr, and that way you'll know everything that we're doing. We also have you have a YouTube channel for Healthy Grocery Store Tour yet?
Yeah, I do. I've only got one video on there, and
Well,
this will
we're
be the
working on
second
that.
one. So we're working on that.
And then, of course, this I have one as
Yep.
well, Fitter
A lot of
by
good
Farr.
videos.
So, and we both have Instagram accounts. So just check all that out and like and subscribe to the YouTube so that you can see what we're doing. And then in the class, we're going to talk about what a healthy plate looks like. We're going to have visual aids so that you can take pictures with your cell phone so you don't forget what we're talking about. We'll have some handouts. Along the way in our classes, we're going to talk about how to calculate how many calories you need and break that down into macros of carbs, proteins, and fat if that's the lifestyle that you want to do.
Right.
Daryl's going to teach us more about how to navigate a grocery store and not get tricked by the manufacturers and the crazy stuff they put on the front of their containers.
That's right.
I can show you and talk to you about how to meal prep for the whole week and just some quick tips on that. We can also talk about low carb, keto, vegan, vegetarian, flexitarian, nutritarian. We can talk about any kind of lifestyle plan. The important thing that we think is that you just get a plan. And
Yes.
you can change your plans. You might want to start on keto, and that's fine, and then move on to something else. And we can help tell you about the pros and the cons of those, and just what your ultimate goal is to live a healthier life and be happy in that life and make it a nice long life so that you can enjoy your family and your friends. And then we'll give you video tips and about nutrition along the way. We'll keep making these videos. And then, of course, we'll do more than one live class. Most importantly, we're going to be your coaches and cheerleaders as you make these changes.
Yes.
So watch for it. It'll be out probably in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
We'll have the exact details of the class.
Yep.
And I don't know what else I want to say except just thank you for joining us.
I think you about covered it. So thanks
so.
everyone for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing all of you soon.